What's up, Steelers Nation? It's been a tough postseason, but we're here to talk about the future of our beloved black and gold. The Steelers are known for stability and tradition, but after another disappointing playoff exit, some surprising conversations are happening about the direction of the team, conversations that could involve head coach Mike Tomlin. Before we dive into this bombshell, don't forget to smash that like button to show your love for the Steelers and hit subscribe for the best Steelers content out there. Let's tackle this rumor head-on and break it down together. Mike Tomlin has been the steady hand guiding the Steelers since 2008. He's led the team to a Super Bowl victory, maintained a remarkable streak of non-losing seasons, and been a symbol of consistency in a league known for chaos. But in the NFL, success is ultimately judged by postseason performance, and for the fourth time in 5 years, the Steelers have stumbled out of the playoffs in disappointing fashion. This year's wild card loss to the Ravens wasn't just a defeat. It was a blowout at the hands of our most hated rival. That's a bitter pill for any Steelers fan to swallow. Even worse, the team hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. For a franchise with 6 Lombardi trophies, that's an eternity. Despite Tomlin's winning pedigree, whispers of a potential trade have started swirling. Could the Steelers actually move on from their longtime head coach? It's not as far-fetched as it might seem. NFL teams don't trade coaches often, but when it happens, the returns can be significant. Look at John Gruden's move from the Raiders to the Buccaneers in 2002, or Sean Payton's trade to the Denver Broncos just last year. Both transactions brought in high draft picks and signaled major organizational changes. Trading Tomlin would be a bold move, but the logic is simple. The Steelers are at a crossroads. They've upgraded at quarterback with Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields bolstered the offensive line and added weapons like George Pickens. Yet the results have stayed the same. A plateau that's left many wondering if a fresh voice is needed to push this roster to its full potential. If Tomlin were to be traded, where could he land? Let's explore some intriguing possibilities. 1. New York Jets. The Jets are poised for a rebuild with Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams likely departing. While Tomlin isn't known for rebuilding projects, his leadership could provide much-needed stability for a franchise that's been searching for direction for years. 2. Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders lack a franchise quarterback, but have an owner in Tom Brady who reportedly respects Tomlin's work. This could be a match, as Tomlin's old-school coaching style aligns with the team's need for toughness and discipline. 3. New Orleans Saints. The Saints' win-now mentality might align perfectly with Tomlin's skill set. General Manager Mickey Loomis has shown a willingness to mortgage the future for short-term success, making this an intriguing option. 4. Jacksonville Jaguars. With a young star quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, the Jaguars need a coach who can raise the team's floor and set a strong foundation. Tomlin's experience and leadership could be exactly what Jacksonville needs. It's not just the rumors of trading Tomlin that have fans buzzing. Comments from wide receiver George Pickens after the playoff loss to the Ravens have added a new layer of drama. When asked if he was optimistic about the team's future, Pickens didn't hold back. His simple "nah" response has sparked questions about locker room morale and the relationship between players and the coaching staff. Pickens, who was expected to take a leap in his 3rd season, finished with just over 900 yards and 3 touchdowns. A disappointing campaign given the high expectations. His apparent frustration with the offense and his lack of chemistry with Russell Wilson have raised questions about his future with the team. Should the Steelers extend Pickens, or let him walk after the 2025 season? It's a decision that could have major implications for the team's long-term plans. So, should the Steelers actually consider trading Mike Tomlin? Let's weigh the pros and cons. The case for a trade. Post-season woes. The Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2016, and the team seems to have hit a ceiling under Tomlin's leadership. Fresh start. A new coach could bring innovative ideas and a fresh approach to maximize the talent on this roster. Valuable return? Trading. Tomlin could net the Steelers' high draft picks or other assets to help rebuild key areas of the team. The case against a trade. Proven success. Tomlin's record of non-losing seasons is unmatched, and he remains one of the most respected coaches in the league. Stability matters. The Steelers have long valued consistency and loyalty. Trading Tomlin would go against the team's philosophy. No guarantees. A new coach doesn't guarantee success, and the Steelers could risk falling even further behind in a highly competitive AFC. Russell Wilson joined the Steelers on a one-year deal for the 2024 season, stepping into a QB room already occupied by Justin Fields. The move was seen as a high-risk, high-reward gamble by the Steelers' front office, with Wilson bringing experience and pedigree to a team desperate for stability under center. When Wilson took over as the starting quarterback in Week 7, the Steelers looked revitalized. Under his leadership, the team went 6-1 during his first 7 games, with Wilson posting quarterback ratings north of 101. It wasn't just about the stats. The team seemed to rally behind him, playing inspired football and pushing toward playoff contention. But then came the tailspin. Pittsburgh ended the season on a 5-game losing streak, culminating in a wild card defeat to the Ravens. The once promising campaign came crashing down, and questions about the team's direction and Wilson's future have taken center stage. Despite the disappointing end to the season, Wilson has been vocal about his desire to stay in Pittsburgh. In his post-game press conference following the Ravens' loss, he didn't hold back his emotions. "I've got so much more ball left in me," Wilson said, emphasizing his belief that he can continue to perform at a high level. "It's been one of the best years for me personally to be a Pittsburgh Steeler," he added. "And obviously I hope I'm here and everything else." Wilson went on to call Pittsburgh a special place and said he believes his move to the Steelers was guided by a higher purpose. His passion for the team and the city is undeniable. The Steelers now face a pivotal decision. On one hand, Wilson brought a veteran presence and some solid performances to the team. His early success as the starter demonstrated his ability to lead and execute. However, the end-of-season collapse and his inconsistent performances during that stretch have raised doubts. In the final 4 games of the regular season, Wilson failed to post a quarterback rating above 94.5, while his wild card numbers, 20. Completions on 29 attempts for 270 yards and 2 touchdowns. Looked strong on paper, the offense mustered less than 60 yards in the first half, falling into a 21-0 hole against Baltimore. Head coach Mike Tomlin praised Wilson's effort in rallying the team after halftime, but didn't mince words about his overall performance, calling it not good enough. Adding to the complexity is the presence of Justin Fields, the younger quarterback, who started the season 4-2 before being replaced by Wilson, is also an impending free agent. Fields, nearly 11 years younger than Wilson, has shown flashes of brilliance and still has many fans within the organization. Tomlin admitted that the decision to bench Fields in favor of Wilson was his own and went against the grain of internal opinions. For a time, the gamble seemed to pay off. Now, however, the organization is left wondering if they should recommit to Wilson, revisit Fields, or explore other options. If the Steelers decide to re-sign Wilson, the contract structure will be a key point of contention. Reports suggest that Wilson's camp is eyeing a deal comparable to Baker Mayfield's 3-year, $100 million contract with the Buccaneers. While Wilson's veteran leadership and experience are invaluable, committing to such a deal for a 36-year-old quarterback could limit the Steelers' ability to address other roster needs. On the flip side, letting Wilson walk would leave the team with no clear-cut starter heading into the 2025 season. The quarterback position is the most important in sports, and the Steelers find themselves at a crossroads. Do they double down on Wilson and his veteran savvy, or do they bet on Fields' youth and potential? Could they even look outside the organization for a fresh start at QB? The decision won't be easy, and it will have a ripple effect across the team. Wide receiver George Pickens has already expressed frustration with the offense, and other key players are likely keeping a close eye on how the front office handles this critical situation. This is where you come in. The Steelers are more than just a team. They're a community, a family, and as fans, your voices matter. What do you think about the idea of trading Mike Tomlin? Is it time for a new chapter, or should the team stay loyal to one of the league's most consistent coaches? How do you feel about George Pickens' comments? Do you agree with his frustration, or do you think it's part of growing pains for a young player? What's your confidence level in the Steelers heading into next season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the debate going and show the world why Steelers Nation is the most passionate and engaged fan base in the NFL. Before we wrap up, hit that like button if you love the Steelers and want to see this team succeed. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates, rumors, and news about our Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers Nation, this offseason could bring big changes. Let's stay united and keep the faith as we look to the future. As always, thanks for watching, and go Steelers.